Hello mga ZarTeg! We are in Split, Croatia! Welcome! Papakita namin sa inyo ngayon ang tourist spots dito sa Split. Okay!
Gentlemen, for your ladies. And then behind, fruits and vegetables. Gets very authentic, very nice experience. You see, the city of Split is a very old, very ancient city. It's also World Heritage by UNESCO because one of the most important ancient Roman emperors was born here. His name was Diocletian. He built his palace. This is where his palace starts. End of the 3rd, beginning of the 4th century. These structures that you can see here, that means that these walls that you can see here have been here for like 1,700 years. Very ancient. Now we will be in the palace of Diocletian all the time because although we say the palace of Diocletian, there is no palace. It's a city of Diocletian. So the city center of Split is inside the city walls. You can clearly see the southern facade. I'm very happy we have got a ticket to the substructures included so that you can see where Game of Thrones was shot. Do you like Game of Thrones? Yeah, you do. Only one. There is more of you, but the ship is safe, right? I got you. Okay, let's go this way, please. Quite famous. It's called Riva. Starts here and where the little wood is on the other side. Now, in your spare time, if you will want to go to the other side, you will love the views. It's very civilized, very urbanized. After all, the last building that you can see, the big, white, also ugly building is our city hall.
City hall yun.
Ugly, yes.
City
Because
hall.
you will see
City Hall.
and now they built that thing there. To be honest, it's very practical because the city of Split today counts like 200,000 people. So that is a practical place.
So mag-walking tour na lang tayo dito sa loob. Let's see.
UNESCO started with this list in 79. As you can see, this city was declared World Heritage exactly in 1979, meaning one of the first cities in the entire world. Why? Well, because if you see these structures in front of your eyes, it's really incredible that all of this is the end of the 3rd, beginning of the 4th century. Yeah, all of this is like 1,700 years old. So that's why I'm very happy that we will get tickets included to the substructures so that you can see how real life used to look like back then in the time of the Roman Empire. If you keep wondering what's Roman Empire I'm talking about, it's of Rome, of Julius Caesar, that Roman Empire. So let me show you where Game of Thrones was shot. It was shot in here. This way, please.
Meron din doon, meron din sa Split.
Papasok kami sa loob. Game of Thrones mo lang. Ito na nga yun, tama. Ito na nga yun. Ito na.
Wow.
that you're impressed by what you see here.
Yeah.
It's like history talking. Because you see, you could use all these structures the exact same way they were used in the 3rd century. The only difference between now and then is that we've lost the decoration. That's it. Other than that, you could really use all these structures because nothing changed. Nothing changed. Of course, it was not illuminated like this. There were torches. There were oil lamps, you know, but other than that, just the way it used to be. Now, when I enter here, people are really, you know, really impressed, really impressed. Here you've got the first Christian basilica this year. This is really unusual. Why? Because this emperor Diocletian was a huge persecutor of Christians that history has seen. So okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you. Your bus dropped you off here, right here. I'm going to show you now how the palace used to look like. So this is the tower that I showed you at the onset of our visit, and this is the southern facade where we stood, where I showed you houses that were built. We stood like here, and this area here, all this area here is the huge market of our city. We enter through a small bronze gate. I'm going to show you at later stage the silver gate, the iron gate, and also the golden gate. Now there are no metals whatsoever. It's just medieval tradition, European medieval tradition to call gates according to metals, because people did not know the sights of the world, but they did know metals. That's why we didn't see any bronze here. Normally you see any, what? Silver or iron, much less gold. Now we're walking around this administrative part of the empire where people used to work, administration, politician, bureaucracy, secretaries, and so on. And this here is the residential part of the palace where the emperor the years of Diocletian, the 21 years on the power of Diocletian, were from 284 to 305. 305,
And all of the bricks you will see those everywhere. They were produced in Salome, the birthplace of the Emperor Diocletian. And now,
that's why you get it. And one of the best conserved ancient Roman temples, Temple of Roman god Jupiter here. It's also interesting because the smallest little street passes where this temple is. I'm going to show you where everything is. Now, we're going to walk around the northern quarters of the city so that you can see where people used to live, soldiers, you see with their families, inhabitants of the city. Also where small industries used to be, like small shops and so on, because don't you forget, although we do see a palace, in reality this was a city since day one. Like 2,000 people used to live here.
Adobe yan, di ba? Parang isang naman yun.
So, listen, government of Split today uses these spaces for different expositions, like this modern art. So this is not ancient, it's modern. So everybody. No. We don't have any earthquakes here, so that's part of the reason why everything is so well conserved.
it is split, but it's under there's earthquake.
There are earthquakes in Dubrovnik, but you don't go to Dubrovnik anyway, so it's okay. We don't have. And you know that throughout the palace, you will see these L-shaped corners, like this here, because this was meant to stop the seismic waves. You know, when there is earthquakes, waves go like this, and then they're blocked here at this corner.
Yeah.
When there are no those corners, you just continue, and everything collapses. And you know, it's crazy.
Amazing
This was the way
architecture.
to preserve, to prevent the earthquakes till basically the 20th century, till when Japanese invented modern ways of conserving buildings, of preventing buildings from collapsing. But for like 1,600, 700 years, this used to be the way of how to prevent earthquakes, how to prevent the big damage. Sorry. Now, this is a very exciting chamber because this chamber, ladies and gentlemen, is round. Unlike other chambers that are square or rectangular, this one is round. Now, it's exciting because it was super tricky to shape stones in this way, because you have to understand, in the 3rd century, there were no machinery. Everything was chiseled by hand. Yeah. So, already when you do the square, it's tricky, but when you do it in a round fashion like this, it's even trickier. Now, a masterpiece of ancient Roman engineering, you've got it up there. Have a look. This dome, this cupola, it's really stunning. If you think this is nothing special, this is very special. It's also quite tricky to build it. What you can notice is that engineers used to have huge stone blocks for lower parts of the building. Actually, the hill that stood at the very end of the sea promenade, because this is the sea promenade, so this is what you saw, is the beautiful hill of Marian. We love this hill of Marian. It's the pride and joy of our city. There are a lot of, well, how to say, hiking trails generally in the woods here. Lots of beaches, lots of picnic areas. We love it. Now, for your spare time, because I'm going to drop you off here, right here, which is at the very beginning of this hill.
Just that thing.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please this way. I'm going to show you. Yeah. I'm talking about split, not fortress.
In this particular place, only that.
Yeah. Here is split two scenes. One there, where I took you with Dragon, and then there is the other, is medieval street. We're not going to walk that street, but I can show it to you. We will pass by where soldiers were running. There was a inscription, "Kill the master."
Wow.
city. I'm not going to show you where it is. This way.
Wow, sana magaling mag-send. Diba? Bell tower daw.
Ayan, man.
Sorry.
There is a payment here, so that which belonged to the palace, which was built in the 5th century. So it is written here, so that late antique mosaic, 5th century.
Dito na lang, Miss Candy. Ang ganda. Ayan, dyan kayo po. Dito? Ayan. Dito ka forward.
Dito yun. From there.
Ladiyan mo lang tao, picture ka.
Parang modern na to, ano, Andre?
Dahil dali ko dati.
May restaurant pala dito. Nasa akin. Nasa akin.
Dating ganda din.
Pero na daw, let's go na.
Oh, there's more. Wala may umupuan eh. Okay ba yung white and green? Okay ba? Pabilit na siya bigla.
Si Ma'am Carla pala.
Carla! Totoo ba yun mga sinampay?
Oo.
May sinampay? Ako sa Pilipinas. Laging labanan. Ayan.
Here and there.
Soldiers.
The scene of Game of Thrones was shot in this room. And the other one was there, down there, that I showed the dragon.
How do you call this day?
Thank you. Papalicheva.
Papalicheva.
Have a look. Take a picture, it's easier.
Papalicheva.
Hindi, pero kung ano ginawa mo? Pakbong ka. Mahal siguro. Yun.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Golden Gate.
This is the Golden
There is
Gate.
a statue of Bishop Gregory in front of your eyes. Now there is this legend: if you rub his big toe, it's golden. You'll be lucky. So you need to rub his big toe and take a selfie. It gives you dramatic photos. You're into love with photos. No, the bishop.
Oh my God, pinakali mo ko tayo.
Yeah.
Ay, magharap daw. Ah, ganun ba? Wow, how sweet! How sweet! Oh. Ah, thanks.
Ayun po.
Thank you.
Portrait ko naman. Yan.
Salamat, salamat.
You're welcome.
Tapos 11, balik natin ba tayo? Ilan yung ano natin? 1 hour. Gani. Oh my God. Ate Miss Ran.
Kami.
Hello.
Doon na.
Ayan. Sinong taga? Yung hira patuloy. Hira patuloy. Hira kasi ng Asian click yung mga taga. Doon yung nagay.
$2. I told you all worth it. Carlos! No problem.
Grabe.
Yung ka-picture, yung lang namin.
Kurtus.
Kanya ko, video mo ako. Hindi niya bibigyan. Akala ko akit ka dun sa ano, sa step. Sabi siguro na tourist guide, nakarating natin sa finish natin. Picture tayo. Sir, picture tayo, sir.